Architecture to me is about problem solving in the environment. Architecture is all about art and techniques used in the construction line.
The environment is a primary source of inspiration for many architects. Nature is a treasure trove of many excellent ideas that we still try to learn and uncover today.
At FRIM, we believe design is in the details. After carefully listening to the client's needs, our primary goal is to make sure that the needs are clearly reflected in every detail of our vision.
Hi, talking about interior design. Interior design is all about creating a functional space which aesthetically satisfies the inhabitants. Creativity, technical skills and knowledge about materials helps us to create a space which is more aesthetically beautiful and functionally safe. Today, I'm going to talk about our recently completed interior project at Chennai. The site is located at the 9th floor of a high-rise apartment at Kilpauk. Our client were very young couples with their 2 kids who are going to live in this house. So the client was very clear about their requirements, and the requirements were very simple and elaborated. The concept of the house was from the client's inputs. So the client was very clear about having a more minimalistic design, and at the same time they don't want to incorporate any of the traditions into the house. So we made the house to look very more minimal, and the house was taken care because of the 2 kids.
So the entry door opens into a small foyer space which has been highlighted with a marble cladding, and then to a living area which is a formal living area. So the formal living area was planned in such a way that it's like very subtle and very neat and elegant, and a TV unit which has been cladded with marble, and at the same time the TV unit also serves as a display and also a puja in the corner, and this opens to a balcony at the side. And next, coming to the office space, and this project was done during a pandemic time, so the client requested us to have a workspace within the house. We thought of having a closed enclosure for the workspace, and we don't want to have any brick walls built, since already the construction was halfway done and we don't want to have any more civil works to be carried out inside the house. So we wanted to have a partition which is made out of more of glass, so that we can have more lighting to get into the kitchen area, which is on the other side of the office space. So even the kitchen space was in such a way designed that it becomes a part of the entire living space. So the kitchen space was designed in such a way that it has a pantry counter, so that people can sit, and it's a very wide opening so they can interact with the other person on the other side. And the walls of the kitchen were like simply cladded with the tiles which was cut into pieces, and we have done a grouting with some highlighting colors inside it, so it creates some patterns on the wall, and that suits the entire design concept. And it's not segregated or separated from the other spaces, so that the couple can have a proper seating. From the living space, connecting passage was taken to the dining area. So this connecting passage was like, on one side we had the office glass doors, and on the other side we don't want to have any walls. We wanted to have a pantry counter so that it becomes an open kitchen, so that the family members can interact often. And coming to the other side, which is a formal and a dining space, so mostly like the family members used to spend time with around the dining space. So we wanted this space to be looking bigger, so we don't want to have any partitions in between. So we made this one single unit which opens to a decent size of deck. So we wanted to highlight the wall. We asked for an artisan to do the artwork on this wall, which is of more of a floral pattern, which the client liked. And this meditation space was like planned in such a way that we have a stone bench and we had a highlighting wall. So the client had a habit of having meditations in the morning. So we wanted to create an ambience which suits their meditation concepts. On the other side, about the master bedroom, which is on the southwest corner, and as per the Vastu complaint, the master bedroom was made more of the color palette were about of same. So we wanted a highlighting feature on the bedside. What we did is like we wanted to have clad it with wood, and the other side we claded some areas with wooden veneer, and certain areas we claded with fluted designs, but keeping the colors very subtle. So talking about the master bedroom, we want the bedroom to be more spacious. So we thought of having the cupboards not on one side. At the same time, we wanted to highlight the bed back. So what we thought is like having the cupboards on either side of the bed. At the same time, it becomes a design element. And we had a concave kind of bed back in order to match with the convex designs on the outer side, for example the living area and all. And we claded it with veneer, and to break the monotony we thought of having some gold. Bed back was fully claded with veneer, and we had elements like the profile antique look which matches to the light fittings and the door handles and all. Just opposite to the bed we had a study desk, and the client was very particular about not having a TV, so he wants to have a worktop, and the worktop is like a curved table which matches for the other design. And we thought of having a hanging light above the study area, so it lights up the study table. So the divan was designed in such a way, it has a curvy shape so that it gives comfort for the legs to rest, and the lightings were of profile tracks, which is more minimalistic and aesthetically suits the design. So talking about the kids room, the entire room color was about white. So and we played with the primary colors, so subtle colors, and the one side of the room we had the study tables, which is like we wanted to highlight the study table and differentiate that for the two kids, so we colored it with the colors what they liked. And the other side of the bed we had the cupboards for the kids room, like we thought of having sliding doors so that the space connecting the toilet looks more wider, and we don't want to have any shutters opened out so it becomes more congested for the user. So we wanted it to make a sliding option, so we thought of having full sliding shutters for the cupboards. Most care was taken for the mother's room because she is the most eldest person at the family. So we wanted her to have the comfort in using this space. So even the bed was designed in such a way that it gives comfort for her legs while sitting. And in order to help her to reach things easily, everything was close in place. A dressing mirror which was next to the bed so that it will be easy for her to access. And a small chair and a study space which helps her to sit down and relax, read some books and meditate. So the guest bedroom, which opens from the informal living panel. So outside the panel is like fully covered and it doesn't look like a door. So opening the panel, it opens into a room which is of a multi-purpose. When a guest comes, it is also a bedroom, and other times it is of a TV room. So the client wanted a separate room to watch TV or a movie. Informal living opens up for a deck area. Besides the deck area, we have a small powder room which is fully claded with marble. Talking about the color palette, beige was used as the predominant color around the house in order to break the monotony of the usual colors of grey and white. And the flooring was also of beige, so we thought of having little beige on the walls also. So all the walls were claded with some kind of design materials like marbles, fluted panels and all. So we don't want to have any plain walls. We want the walls to be some kind of highlighting features around the house. So somewhere we have highlighted, for example, the dining area we have claded with marble, which is like grains were like very beautiful, and the walls were of fully claded so that it is easy of maintenance. We usually suggest going for wall cladding so that it's very easy to maintain the house. And about one more feature about this house is like we wanted to have no sharp edges around the house, so we played with the curves, and somewhere it is like all the sharp edges were like broken down and breaking the phenomenon.
The spatial arrangements were taken care in such a way that nowhere the light was blocked. Talking about the material usage, we have used wall claddings with marble, veneer, fluted panels which is of MDF, and we have colored it with Duco paints. Furnitures were of bright colors in order to break the monotony of the pale colors around the walls and all. PVD coated legs. So the entry foyer wall which was cladded with marble, we wanted it to be highlighted more. So our client suggested for having some elements which is not of any human forms. So we thought of having a concept of having the 5 Panjabhutas being represented, like the air, water and fire and all. We designed a concept on that, a PVD coated metal which was designed and put up on the wall. We used the fluted glasses in order to give privacy instead of using a frosted design. So why we used fluted glasses is like we already have gone for the fluted panels around the house. So in order to match that, we have used fluted glasses for the office partitions. Talking about the lighting for this house, it's like we have gone with a wooden ceiling, so we don't want to compromise the highlighting part of it. So we thought of having track lights which looks more minimal, and at the same time it serves the purpose. And we also used the profile lights in the informal living area which runs from the wall and turns to the ceiling, so it becomes a highlighting element. The biggest challenge in this project was that this project was carried out at a pandemic time, so everything was conveyed and discussed online. So we had very less time to go to site and check the site. I should thank the entire team, our client, who has really trusted us, which has made us push further and do this project in a better way. I'm happy to share you this project on behalf of Homespace Architects. So let me see you on the next video.